This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Oh, yeah, that hurt. Whoa. Oh, okay. Get this. Damn it. So, I'm gonna be keeping Xiao in the first one, right? Like, am I only supposed to keep them only? She's a healer. I mean, but I should mix some element in, right? Just electro doesn't do anything. Fire. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'll experiment with them later. I've never used one. Raiden? Raiden is good. Yeah. Raiden is good. She'll keep. Or I can just go for Dendro. But Dendro without anything. Okay. Oh, shit. Ah, okay. Got it. What is this guy? Steel. He's also like an attacker only. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna have this guy and not two guys I haven't used. Okay, so there'll be diversity. Then, oh, this is the first one. Is she? Oh, she's in the next. She's a healer, right? Or she's also like DPS. No, she's also DPS. Okay. And should I keep Zhongli in this? Yeah, I need a healer for this guy. Yeah, cool. You, Zhao. I mean, do you need an amendo? Damn, I don't have good healers. What do I want to use here? Oh yeah. Okay. What? Ouch. Okay. I won't get this shit. Okay, now I get it. If I just increase plunge damage. Amino is good, right? Yeah. Oh, but yeah. It's strong in this. Elemental skill. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know for how long. For this team, elemental skill, element mastery is not that important in this again. Triggering a swirl reaction can do this. 75 damage. Okay, yeah, that is strong. Wander is the main. Yeah. And I don't know how much heal. Do I need healing? Do I need Nahida? She's not doing anything. Yeah. Should I? Electro, Hydro. Pyro seems strong. Pyro looks strong, right? But oh yeah, neither is strong. What am I doing? Yeah, neither is strong. There's so many elements. Murders running around. Fuck, I forgot about that part. Yeah, neither is strong. Okay. M and Bennett. Yeah, let's go. I hope I can change my stuff inside. Oh.
Squall Fury.
That's so cool. That is so fucking cool. I love him.
The wind rises.
Oh, that is cool. I love Saramus. I'll have to wait for it. I know this is coming out. Fuck. I'll try for it.
There is no escape!
Gather.
Dare to mess with me?
Behold. You dare to gaze upon me?
Oh, so fucking.
Shine down!
I will have order. Stabilize. Unsightly insects.
Illusion shattered! Have fun with this gift!
Quit following me. Order guide you.
Shine down. Too late for regrets.
Squall and Fury, know your place.
Inazuma shines eternal. Gears of the storm.
Solidify. Behold. Bow your head. This is order. Gather. Squall and Fury.
What artifacts are there? Fuck. I didn't miss it. I should have brought up
Yeah. The wind rises.
UV set.
Upon the gale.
Illusion shattered.
Behold. You dare to gaze upon me?
We'll see about that. Torn to oblivion.
I don't know what's good in that.
Confess!
Make yourselves at home. Grow, grow, grow.
Evil conquering! Here! Useless! Worthless! Worthless! Can't fool me! Fracture!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Everyone hold hands.
Disappear! Worthless!
Should have brought my
Boring! Here! Confess! Bring it on! Now you're
Let's light it up. Everybody stand back.
Lament! Here! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless!
Committed to memory.
Cyclone!
I'm going in.
Evil conquering! Here! Here!
I like how you
Here! Here! Worthless! Boring! Ah!
I see everything. Earlier.
Can't fool me!
Oh, 99 lol. Is this like a good score or bad score? I'm pretty sure like it's enough to get all the things, is it? It's not. It's closed. Okay. I don't need Farzan. I'd rather have you. And who was the you. And for you, do this and bring mommy. And in this also I don't really need it, so just bring her. Yeah, let's go. And I use Cosmo. It's fine, it's fine. Overfield, he's cooler. I like cool. And what else do I keep here? No, what Simpson? Fine, pocket Simpson. And Bennett. Heal doesn't need. Oh fuck! I forgot about Pyro's lines. That's what he is there for now.
There is no escape! I swear by my sword!
The wind rises. Cry louder. Behold. One with nature.
Illusion shattered!
Unsightly insects.
Wait, I just want to make sure I'm not making a mistake with him. Oh, when charge attacks. See, I was supposed to do charge attack. I did not know that. Oh, hiatus, nice.
How amusing.
Barbados, guide us. There is no escape.
Squall and fury.
I can just fucking
Yeah. Bow your head. Clouds high. The birds come.
Shine down. Who is one?
Behold.
Now you shall perish.
I don't know why she does that.
Wind strider.
Yeesh. Fuck. That's a lot of.
There is no escape.
The wind rises.
Yeah.
You dare to gaze upon me? The wind knows me.
Who is one?
As One with wind
Oh
and
shit,
cloud.
is Electro stealing that
Behold.
resistance area? I think so.
Know your place.
Okay. Oh yeah. Shit, Electro might be stealing my ride. I can remove Raiden from that. It's not really necessary.
Time to act. Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines.
Ah, I forgot.
Solidify. Confess.
Body and mind. Overruled.
Stabilize. Order guide you. Can't fool me.
Huh? No, my sword. Transfixed.
Laid bare.
Huh? Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your fate.
This is order. Solidify.
Everlasting
Ah,
as the
no.
moon.
No!
Transfixed.
What the fuck am I doing? Shit, I don't know how to...
Laid bare.
Confess.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
Stabilize. Testing my patience.
No, my sword.
I will have order.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
This is where you fall.
Yeah. I've done more than needed for that, but... Yeah, Pyro is just not strong in this round. So... Okay, one developer. 70? Yeah, that's an unusual amount to give. I should get a lot.
There are leaves around,
Hi.
and I know just the
hi,
tune to
Twitch.
accompany them,
How are
if
you?
you wish to hear it.
I didn't even. I like totally forgot that there's a place that we can spend our sigils in Fontaine. So I'm gonna unlock that. I don't have a lot, but I have it enough to at least go to like level 10 instantly. It's gonna be awesome. Feels cool. Yeah. It's more than that. At least 30, no, at least 15 I think. 16. That was close. Yeah. I'll have enough for the 10 gold in 2 years. Perfect one. Well, keep watching.
Aiming him down. As we will see in
Time
this
to go.
movie, a single adamantium bullet won't even have the same effect on Wolverine physiology as it did before. And I have to talk about how on page 2 of the screenplay that was written by Scott Frank, James Mangold, and Michael Green, there is a screenwriter's note that I absolutely love and I cite every time self-claimed screenwriting gurus say you should never direct from the page. Here's what it says.
later.
One with nature.
This might hurt a little. Find anything you like? I see everything.
Into the wind. Ha!
Another test subject.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
Ah, what's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people.
So, you've been watching us from...
Uh-oh. I'm a new leaving set.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't?
So you and Delavar have been...
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling merc, but you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Semuru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have...
Dia, I thought that you, A fellow desert dweller would understand why King Deshret is...
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocents.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just the...
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders. One with nature.
Committed to memory.
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me, and even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace, that so-called flame main, is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her That's what you thought, right?
You lied!
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all... Okay, that's...
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru...
No task can be done without preparation.
Oh, but instead of...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to...
Wait, so he's a rat?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some
Wow, what a...
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual
So, that thing you were saying before,
About what?
about how mercenaries only care about Mora.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards...
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business. This should be all of them.
All right.
Candace, do you need a...
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone...
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler. As for these idiots... Candace is an expert.
Hey!
No news is good.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we...
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation.
Oh,
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why...
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us any.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of the ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me,
Mercy!
You've made your bed.
we may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know, please.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to—
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll...
Yes, sorry! It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, he said, I'm not...
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total...
Wait, I'm telling the truth! He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. You gotta believe me, please.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Okay,
If my suspicions are correct, some time ago, people from the academia. It strikes me now that this secretive.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keep?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change. Regardless, our top priority.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news.
Time to go. Let's leave the village.
Yes.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you do.
All right.
Let's meet back here once I see everything.
You look
Yes. I'd look for them.
You have a steep.
What scheme is...
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am...
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here? Hey, what's with the...
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Okay. Come on.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here. So we thought... Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up.
Al-Haytham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold...
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own...
Really? Paimon doesn't believe...
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have... Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some...
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But...
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what... In other words, do you truly believe every single...
You mean, some of them will...
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which day... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the I mean...
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them, even though they act a little...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night.
Conveniently skipped
In
the
other
point where she
words,
was actually
the
being a
young
good
miss
girl
was
and
very
talking
much
about it.
awake during that time.
Just to prove his point.
Why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me.
We're on it!
What do you think father will do?
Miss Shawnee, as we just...
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but...
Huh? What do you mean?
Go ahead and talk to her. Go on. Earn her
Is it really that simple?
May I call you... hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Semuru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two have before. I wouldn't even... Traveler, do you believe our lives will get...
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Semuru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to... My apologies for posing my questions like that.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons.
The fact is that I'm... Only one side of my family is desert folk. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others...
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people, and then it happened. The village keepers who had helped...
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll...
All right. I'll tell you. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing them. Perhaps. I'm not sure. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a but. Because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old...
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar. But it's been a bit...
Yeah!
How far? Pretty far.
Have really been sterilized through a toxin in the food supply that was slipped through the corn syrup from Canewood. Now, you could say it's only been about 5 years since Days of Future Past, but that changed timeline may have changed things to a secretly sinister timeline where, for years, history had been unfolding this way as a result of what Nathaniel Essex had been doing since 1983. Or if it wasn't Mr. Sinister in particular, maybe just in the society, pharmaceutical companies and agricultural companies just started to do this decades prior, and they didn't even notice it until now. Beneath this newspaper article is one of Laura's X-Men comics. James Mangold included these comics as a metafictional reference to the fact that in 2029, X-Men have been mythologized in the comic book medium, and he wanted those comics to have the same exact look and design of real Uncanny X-Men comics. They even commissioned Marvel writer Joe Quesada and artist Dan Panosian to create
Solidified
comics in the style of the Bronze Age era. On this cover, Wolverine is being thrown by Colossus in the iconic fastball special move that we talked about in X-Men The Last Stand, and there might be a specific reason why this image is on this cover. I'll get to it later. But with this Logan film, James Mangold deconstructs the comic book superhero film genre the same way that Clint Eastwood did to the Western film genre in the film Unforgiven, which is an amazing film. In that movie, Eastwood plays a washed-up gunslinger who gets dragged back onto a mission based on his cowboy reputation and proceeds to scare the living shit out of everyone in the movie. Like, even Morgan Freeman is like, and really that was the movie's deeper agenda, that the whole white hat, black hat tropes just are not true, and real stories about killing are not for the faint of heart. Mangold explained, quote, the reality was that, like in Unforgiven, when Eastwood runs into Richard Harris, who's writing these fictional accounts of the great Western heroes, or Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, who kind of are Twilight versions of their own legends.
Empty and forgotten.
The idea of being a kind of
an ideal place to hide
like
people.
A sports star, long past your heyday, was really interesting for me to investigate with this
Into the wind.
Gabrielle, along with
This made her a little.
Wolverine plot in this movie. I think the monster is spoken more in this film and most other X-Men films. They say it a lot in X2, and I just think it's surprising for this grounded story, but it is an interesting reflection of the way society has turned Logan into like a legendary folk figure. When Logan comes back to the motel later and finds Gabriella dead, and her side of a text conversation with him where she wrote but never sent, they hear, please, kind of like the book Monster Bull and coming in Dwarvish and dragged off the stage. Pierce catches up with Logan back in Mexico and he talks about Charles.
Gather! This is order.
Wind strike.
Charles Xavier himself was one of the mutants who died in that. When
They
Pierce
were
grabs
easier
Logan's
to
arm,
deal
we see
with
that
than
his separated
Paimon had
bond has leather
expected.
fingerprints with ridges on the tips, which is just such great attention to detail because this is how he would
super
actually be able to
strong
grip things and use things
Or
like touch screens.
monsters
Now, you'll notice
taller
all of
than
ridges have
buildings
cybernetic
dropping out of
wings,
the
and I wonder if
sky?
the idea was for them to be former military who had lost limbs in war,
super
like the
serious.
extremist
We
subplot
gotta
of Iron
stay
Man
on our
3.
A game,
Or maybe with all
too.
the corn syrup in the food, it was all diabetes.
This is the one.
It's a pretty uncool way to do it.
Let's go in and take a...
But the rest of the Reavers arrive with Mexican police, and Laura does not get up from finishing her cereal and just patiently waits for the bulkiest Reavers to come to her. And then we don't see what happens, but she shows up outside to boil his severed head and Pierce.
Sure we aren't wasting our time here.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits. What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences.
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
I just mutants
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Teyvat travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Semuru are so complicated. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
Okay, don't give me control at all. Jeez. I don't wanna play.
As I thought. There's...
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms.
Can I? The fuck?
Solidify!
Is that it? Artifacts? Hold it. Need an ancient key.
one with nature.
This way through.
Laid bare.
Oh, fuck it. What happened? Oh, fuck, did I miss him? Thank you.
Overruled. The wind knows me.
Grow, grow, grow!
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Solidify! Transfixed! Laid bare. A fateful offering. Time to go. What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Did 7 gear damage.
Into the wind! Transfixed! Stabilize!
Looks like the
Solidify! Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Wait, what? Why didn't I get 20 Primogems?
Time to go. Overruled. Stay.
What is that? What?
Everyone hold hands.
This movie was very R-rated, and it's awesome.
Yeah, What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon? Steady now. It's the final stretch. Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already. So close, so close. Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already. fight! Victory is almost ours! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already! Steady now, it's the fight! Whew, that was a tough fight! So close. Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already! Steady now, it's the fight. Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
One with nature.
An impressive bow.
Wind Strider. Time to go.
Transfixed!
The wind knows me. Into the wind.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Hey!
Overruled!
The wind knows me.
idea. Let's approach him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and also, why is he...
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Semuru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Semeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Semuru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Semuru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
out for any signs of
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Semuru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
Please, wait! I want to go too. I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
I want to go explore the desert, but Candace won't let me go.
Right! One with nature.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to it. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have... Let's split up and search the area.
Is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device used to...
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along...
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be...
Razak didn't dis...
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it.
Tia? Why would you? Tia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? What?
Well, look who's here.
This complicated...
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great... Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Semuru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the Village Keepers together.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes?
You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
Transfixed!
Pitiful.
Overruled!
The wind knows me. One with nature. Into the wind.
Laid bare.
The wind knows me.
Hey!
Gather!
Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Overruled!
Wind Strider!
I will have order!
Transfixed! Into the wind!
This way, turn a little.
An impressive bounty.
Laid bare!
An impressive bounty. What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected? My eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Give me a moment to compose myself.
Solidify!
Yeah! Yahoo!
Stabilize!
Let's play! Overruled! Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Committed to memory.
Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Laid bare!
hold hands. The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again.
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.